All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99. I am back with another video. All right, y'all, so I'm going to start doing these little WMMA chat videos. I've been kind of busy throughout the past few weeks and over the past few months now. So when I don't have a chance to like do a long live stream or podcast, I just want to kind of jump on here, give y'all my thoughts on some upcoming fights, because I had some of y'all, send me messages and ask me if I seen this fight coming up. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen it. I just haven't had time to talk about it. Some of y'all want to know my thoughts. So yeah, I'm going to start doing these little WMMA chats at least like once a week. Just to talk about fights coming up or newly signed fighters, or just giving y'all my thoughts if y'all have some questions, about fights coming up. But yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just start picking like 4 or 5 fights or topics and just kind of run through them. And, just kind of give y'all my thoughts. And I'm going to try to keep it under 8 minutes. I'm going to try. All right. So yeah, man, first up, I want to talk about this fight coming up July 1st, Ariane Lipski versus Melissa Gatto. I think this is a good flyweight fight. This is Lipski's second challenge after beating JJ Aldridge back in March, right? And this is the return of Melissa Gatto after being out by the time she comes back, she'll have been out for like 14 months, right? About a year and some change, since she lost to Tracy Cortez back in May of last year, right? So I think this is a good matchup. It's kind of like striker versus grappler here. I think Melissa Gatto has some pretty decent striking, but I think Ariane Lipski, I favor her more as far as the stand-up game. So I think that it's going to come down to Gatto having to use her jiu-jitsu here, her physical strength, get this fight down to the ground, because Lipski has been improving, in her stand-up, working with Amanda Nunes. She seems to become more confident, and she's starting to really kind of exploit that power more as far as her approach goes. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good fight, and whoever wins this one, by the time we get to July, I think they probably will be getting in the top 15 with this one. All right, moving on. June 24th, shout out to my man BJ. He just did a video on this one. We got Tabitha Ricci taking on Jillian Robertson. Jillian Robertson got her wish. Like I said, I kind of figured they would give her this fight, since she asked for it. She made a call out. And it's a good fight for her because it's a top 15. It'll get her in the top 15 rankings. At first, I didn't really think it was a good fight because I forgot Ricci was ranked. So Jillian Robertson, she wants this fight, easy way to get into the rankings. It's a fellow grappler. She wants to test out her jiu-jitsu against somebody who's, highly competitive on the ground. Tabitha Ricci, she's still growing as a fighter, but she has a black belt in jiu-jitsu, so she really wants to test out her jiu-jitsu against somebody like Ricci. I think Ricci's still a growing fighter. Still think she's green. She has a pretty good right hand, but we'll see how this plays out because I think Jillian might be a little bit stronger. I think this fight's going to tell us how strong she is at this weight and how committed she is to her striking at this point. But yeah, I'll talk more about it later, guys. But yeah, this one here should be a good matchup for. It's definitely a step up for Tabitha Ricci, but like I said, this should be a good one for Jillian to get into the top 15. All right, also on the card, flyweight fight June 24th, Amanda Ribas versus Macy Barber. All right, now y'all already know what I'm thinking, man. Amanda Ribas, number 9, Macy Barber, number 11. This is the third flyweight fight for Amanda Ribas in a row since Caitlin Chkeg and Viviana Araujo. She looked really good against Viviana Araujo. Amanda Ribas, she's making some noise. She looks good at this weight, much improved. Macy Barber looking to continue her win streak. I know her win streak has been kind of controversial, but hey, she's putting the wins together. And at number 11, she's taking on another tough test. Another tough test for Macy Barber. So her resume is looking good. It's looking better than some of these fighters out here. Even on the bottom level here, it's going to show you that even if she beats Amanda Ribas, she's still going to have to put another 3 or 4 fights together before she can get a title shot. That's wild, right? So she's putting these fights together, and Amanda Ribas is not a slouch. But still, Macy Barber has that power. She has that power in this fight. So Amanda Ribas, she has to be careful in this one, get this fight down to the ground and keep it there because I favor Ribas on the ground 100%. If she puts Macy on her back, I think it's over. But if she gets reckless, Macy Barber could line up one of them big clubbing shots, and that's all she wrote, right? So, yeah, I'll talk more about this fight later, you guys. But I think Macy Barber, she is improving as a fighter, and this one will definitely get her into the top 10. And like I said, she'll still probably have to fight another 2-3 fights before we ever see her get a title shot, right? No rush anyway, all right? All right, so those are some good fights coming up, guys, I'm checking out. But this fight announcement here, I'm not even going to spend time on this. I'm going to just say what the hell. What the hell, y'all? July 22nd. We got another flyweight fight. I'm going to go ahead and say it's a bad flyweight fight. Pretty soon it's going to become catchweight fight or it's going to become no fight. Molly McCann versus Julia Stoliarenko. First off, I got to say, are y'all serious? I got to ask, are y'all serious? What are the matchmakers thinking here? Come on. Stoliarenko at flyweight, they announced this fight as a flyweight fight. A fighter that passed out on the scale that was trying to make 135. Come on now. When has she ever fought at flyweight in her career? Has she? Somebody tell me. Maybe it was like when she was 10 years old, something like that. Come on now. Y'all really think she's going to make flyweight? Come on. Molly McCann versus Julia Stoliarenko. There's a lot of flyweights out there. There's over like 30 unranked flyweights y'all could have put Molly McCann in there with. Come on. Give her a rematch against Priscilla Cachoeira or something. Well, she can't make weight either. Put her in there with Luana Carolina. Give her that rematch. I'd rather give her JoJo. Give her JoJo. Give her Miranda Maverick. Miranda Maverick wanted to fight Molly McCann. But y'all can give her a fighter that has trouble making bantamweight. Come on. Either that, y'all going to make Molly McCann move up at a catchweight or like bantamweight. But I'm going to go ahead and go on record to say this fight's not happening. This fight's going to get canceled. Or Molly might agree to the fight at a certain weight so she can get part of her purse. That's what's going to happen at this point. But this fight, let's go ahead and say this fight ain't even happening. It's going to get canceled pretty soon. It doesn't make any sense. All right, it doesn't make any sense. All right, last but not least, let's talk about Chelsea Chandler calling out Norma Dumont. As y'all know, Norma Dumont, she got a victory over Carol Rosa at featherweight this past weekend. Started off looking pretty decent, but then by the second round and third round, she started falling into a firefight with Carol Rosa, got dropped in the fight. And in my opinion, when I saw that happen, I said, okay, Norma, she's got work to do. Norma Dumont, she'll start off strong, but suddenly throughout a fight, she'll kind of fall apart when somebody has some dope skills, like some well-rounded skills. And I think Chelsea Chandler is one of those fighters that have like the well-rounded skills, sharp boxing, that southpaw stance, straight left hand, and very good on the ground, like very, very, very strong on the ground too, So that's something that Norma Dumont, hasn't really had in a while, you know what I mean? Like, I know she feels like she's fought and won 3 fights. She's like 3-1 in her last 4 fights, and she feels like she deserves a title shot. But really, does she? Because even at bantamweight, they rank her at 13. But if you look at the competition she's been fighting, is it really worthy of challenging Amanda Nunes? And y'all gotta remember, Amanda Nunes at 145 is gonna be powerful. All right, so you got to be prepared all the way around. You got to be ready to neutralize that power, and you got to have the defense and the ground game to match Amanda Nunes at featherweight. So let me go ahead and put that out there. Amanda Nunes at 145. And I don't see Norma Dumont ready for that fight, even if she has beaten most of these straggler featherweights out here. So a fight with Chelsea, that would be good. Chelsea had this to say, though. She said, I want to fight her. I think I knock her out in the first round like Megan Anderson did. She fought bad, got knocked out in the first round. Got knocked down in the last round. Now she's talking about Carol Rosa. She didn't look like a bona fide title challenger. Her wall work is not good, and I think I beat her there too, especially on the ground. I have an advantage as well. I say me and her fight for a title eliminator on the same card as Nunes in Canada. All right, yeah, so, I mean, if they make it a title eliminator, oh well, She fought a bantamweight and didn't do well. I'm bigger than both her and Rosa, and I will have my way with her. She's on a 2-fight win streak, and she lost to Macy Chiasson, so I think my call-out is warranted and should happen. All right, since they don't have Chelsea lined up for anybody else, I say make it happen, right? They don't have her lined up to fight Jocelyn Nunes or anybody, or Dos Santos or anybody like that. So, yeah, I think they should just make the fight happen. They're both, Chelsea wants it because Norma said, we already tried this fight, and the UFC said they wouldn't give it to me because they thought it was too easy for me. My goal is the belt. If a fight against her can't give me the title, I don't care. Let her work hard to one day earn her title shot. All right. So, yeah, really, like, Norma has been working, but it's not really towards a title shot because there's not a fleshed out featherweight division. So, arguably, you could make this fight. I mean, this fight would make more sense than a fight like Molly McCann, Julia Stoliarenko, right? Because we have 2 featherweights that aren't ranked, and there really is no ranking system. So just make it happen because you got one who wants to fight, and you got Norma Dumont, who I think still needs to grow as a fighter, right? So, yeah, let me know y'all thoughts, guys. That's how I see that, but let me know what y'all thoughts on the other fights. But like I said, I'll start doing these WMMA chats maybe like once a week, every Tuesday and Wednesday or something like that, maybe twice. Just let me know if y'all want me to do them, guys. Let me know about the fights. Comment section. Make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.